You're watching Cetome TV. Knowledge is power.
Jackie is asking, does a positive attitude help with my chances of beating cancer? And does having a negative attitude increase my chances of dying from cancer?
Well, whenever I think of that, I always think, how does your positive attitude help you? And how does your negative attitude help you?
Or affect you?
Are we looking at a defined mechanism? Or are we just saying, I'm going to be positive about this and hopefully it will go away?
Right.
Does your positivity lead to proactivity? Or is it just, you're in denial?
Hoping for the best.
And hoping
This
for the
is
best
true.
and putting your faith in God.
This is true. And conversely, does your negative attitude or kind of dismal perspective lead you then to use other coping strategies that can be cancer causing, like
Stress.
smoking and drinking and eating? Yes, exactly.
Now, all things equal, I think there's a famous study that really converted me towards attitude and how certain how your thought process affect your genetics. Before that, I was in the camp that genetics is relatively stable throughout your life and doesn't really change. And they did this study quite a few years ago. I think it was about 2000 or so. And what they did was they had these rats that they kept, and they were called the archback groomers. And what these archback groomers were a mother that was very nurturing to her babies. She would arch her back so all of the babies would get a nipple, and when feeding, and she would constantly groom her babies.
Aww.
And so they looked at these other traumatized mothers that weren't archback groomers, and they did full molecular and genetic testing, and they found that there was this one protein difference between the two mothers. In other words, there was this one protein that was expressed in the archback groomers that wasn't expressed in the non-archback groomers. And so what they did was they took some babies from the archback groomers, because obviously they're going to have the same genetics as a mother, and they put them in with a non-archback groomer. And they found within a few generations, these babies stopped producing this protein.
Wow.
And then they did the opposite, and they brought some, from the neglected babies in to be fed by an archback groomer. And after a generation or two, these mice started producing the protein that was found in the archback groomers. So there's a behavior that affects a genetic expression.
Wow.
So that really changed things. So yes, there is a molecular defined mechanism in some cases. How it applies to positive attitude, I don't know yet. We don't have that data. But I think lifestyle is very connected with your attitude.
Yeah.
And lifestyle is one of the biggest factors we can control.
I know that at times when I felt really depressed or overwhelmed with things in my life, I've usually had a much harder time practicing good self-care and eating well and exercising and getting good sleep. And I'm sure that can compound over time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Good question. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you for watching Cetome TV. Subscribe below and stay informed.